Did you know that Afghanistan was the scene of a revolution, civil war and Soviet and American invasions in less than 30 years? Today I will continue to narrate the Afghan conflict that has been going on since 1973. In my previous video I spoke about the Afghan Revolution and Taraqi's economic program in Afghanistan. Earlier I mentioned that the Taraqi government took leftist measures in the new socialist stage of the country. During these years in the Communist Party of Afghanistan, there were tensions between its main leaders, Mohammad Taraqi and Hafizullah Amin. On September 14, 1979, there was a shooting in the government palace between the bodyguards of Amin and those of Taraqi, when the leaders were supposed to meet. Both accused each other of having tried to assassinate the other. The next day, Amin's soldiers arrested the president. On September 16, Taraqi's alleged resignation from his positions in the party and in the state was reported for health reasons. Days later the news of the murder of Taraqi, apparently suffocated with a pillow, was known. After the coup carried out by Amin, he was president of the Democratic Republic for 104 days. The bloody repression unleashed led to the Soviet intervention, at the request of a revolutionary council, who removed him from his position. Soviet forces immediately deposed and assassinated dictator Hafizullah Amin, who had previously ordered the assassination of the former president and leader of the revolution. The intervention produced a resurgence of the Mujahideen guerrillas, who, even being divided into several factions, embarked on a long campaign against Soviet Afghan forces, backed by supplies and logistical and financial support from the United States, Pakistan, Iran, Saudi Arabia, China, Israel and the United Kingdom. With the overthrow of Amin, the Revolutionary Council appointed former Deputy Prime Minister Babrak Karmal as president. The rebels form alliances and unite in subgroups. In addition, both China and the United States support them by sending large quantities of weapons through Pakistan. The aid provided by the United States to the rebels would be clandestinely. During the government of Ronald Reagan in the United States, the shipment of arms and funds to the strongholds of the resistance located in the territory of Pakistan and Iran was increased. The Soviet invasion of the country would be unpopular from an Afghan civil point of view. The communist doctrine was based on an atheistic state, while for the mostly Muslim population of the country, this idea was contrary to their religious principles. Such an invasion would generate an ineffective and weakened attack on the Afghan soldiers supported by the United States, since according to experts, the Soviet armies were prepared to fight in territory similar to those of Europe, and not in mountainous terrain, where guerrilla warfare was developed by the Mujahideen. With Mikhail Gorbachev already as head of state of the Soviet Union in 1988, the withdrawal of Soviet troops from the country was ordered. One of the milestones during this time was the 1980 Moscow Olympics, where nearly 60 countries refused to come forward in the wake of the Afghan conflict. 4 years later the communist countries would do the same with the Olympic Games held in Los Angeles. Once the Soviet troops were withdrawn in Afghanistan, the Soviet Union was in charge of providing aid to the resistance that fought until 1992, the year in which the Mujahideen side would be victorious. The results of the war left 18,000 dead for the communist Afghans, 15,000 dead and 53,000 wounded for the Soviet Union, and 75,000 wounded, and between 90,000 and 75,000 dead for the Mujahideen side. After this bloody war, conflicts continued in Afghanistan, as the Afghan civil war would begin between the different groups that make up the Mujahideen forces. This topic will be exposed in my next video. I thank you for watching this video, and I ask you to subscribe and like me, that would be very helpful for me. Comment on what topic you would like me to talk about in my next videos. Bye.